Hello class, and welcome to Note 6.4. Please write down our California Standard, Algebra and Functions, 3.3. Our objective today is to find the slope of a line using rise over run. And we have three vocabulary words. Make sure you write down all three. Slope is the ratio, which remember ratio means a fraction, of a line's rise over its run. The rise is a line's vertical change, and the run is a line's horizontal change. So as the rise, you can see that's where it's affected by the y-axis. It's the up and down, like steam rising up off the pavement. It's going to go up and down only. And when you go out for a run, you go across. You're not running up into the sky, you're not running down into the ground, you're just going across. So it's the horizontal change, and it's affected by the x's. Please also write down our formula for slope, m, and the m stands for the word slope in French, which starts with an m, equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So in this case, it's the y of the second point minus the y of the first point over the x of the second point minus the x of the first point. And let me show you in an example so it makes a little more sense. Teacher example 1, find the slope of the line. So here we have a line with 2 points. The points are marked in orange. We start with the formula. One of these points we need to call point 2. One of them we need to call point 1. So, for example's sake, we'll call this one point 1, this one point 2. And point 2 we start with first, so the y value of the second point is here. The y value of the first point is here. The x value of the second point minus the x value of the first point. It doesn't matter which one you call point 1 and point 2. What does matter is you're consistent. If this is y2, this has to be y1. So go ahead and plug those in. 6 minus negative 1 is the same thing as 6 plus 1, which is 7, and 4 minus 2 is 2. Now, when you're working with slope, your answer must be in a fraction, it must be simplified all the way, but it also must be left improper. And this is the only time I'm really going to let you have an improper fraction in math, so enjoy it. Again, your answer must be left improper. So go ahead and try this out on your own. Pick one for point 1, one for point 2. I went ahead and called this point 2. No, this point 1, this point 2, I believe, in my example. You can do whichever one you want, as long as whichever y you start with the same x in the denominator. Okay, let's take a look and see how you did. I said 2 minus 7 up here over 5 minus 1. 2 minus 7, of course, is negative 5. 5 minus 1 is 4. I've simplified the fraction as far as I can, and I'm left with a negative 5 over 4. Remember, you want to leave it improper. Teacher example 2, find the slope of the line. This one's a little trickier, and you're going to see why in a minute. You write your formula, pick your point 1 and point 2, and again for this case I called this point 2 and this point 1. So negative 1 minus negative 7 over negative 6 minus negative 6. Both these cases I need to skip, change. Negative 1 plus 7 is 6. Negative 6 plus 6 is 0. Now, I have 6 over 0, or 6 zeroths. As we've talked about all year, there is no such thing as zeroths. That's why it sounds so funny to say. If you have a number over 0, that does not mean 0. It means undefined because it's not possible. I can't have 6 of nothing. Had it been the other way around, I can have no 6's. That's possible. So my answer would be 0 over 6 equals 0. But in this case, it is undefined. It is not 0, so be careful. Student practice 2, go ahead and try this one out on your own. Notice it's a little different as a horizontal line. Make sure you do start with your slope if you haven't already. Okay, let's see how you're doing. You're doing your subtraction here. 4 minus 4 over 7 minus 0. 4 minus 4, of course, is 0. 7 minus 0 is 7. 0/7. You can have that. As we've talked about, you can bake a pie, cut it into 7 pieces, and not give me any of it. That is possible. You can have 0/7, which means my portion is just 0. I didn't get any of the pie, which is very mean. You should never do that. Okay, so let's take a look at our quiz questions. You have the ordered pairs here. You may find it easiest if you call this point 1 and this point 2, but again, it won't make any difference what you do. So go ahead, have fun.